What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with Dark Outpost, and the DC series Titans is no stranger to controversy, whether that's because of the casting of these characters or the characters' actions themselves in the show. So I guess it shouldn't really be a surprise that the rumors that we heard, the leaks about a casting, turned out to be true. Yet another white character being race swapped, yet another beloved character being race swapped with their entire backstory changed to fit an agenda. That's exactly what we have with Tim Drake. Tim Drake, as reported a few months ago, is no longer going to be white. He will no longer have his backstory, but instead, Titan Season 3 cast D Larkin as Tim Drake. Now, like I said, these rumors were out here for a while. This is not the first time that Titans has had a controversial casting, and it probably won't be the last if the show goes on for any longer than Season 3. But this is just another example in Hollywood of what's going on right now. And the real kicker is the fact that this was not because it just came up organically, but this was inspired. Warner Brothers wanted to do this because of the focus on the Black Lives Matter movement over the past several months. Not shitting you, that's what was reported back in October, and now it comes to fruition in January of 2021. Absolutely ridiculous. Let's take a look at this announcement. Titan Season 3 cast D Larkin as Tim Drake. And now this character is also in another DC property. We're going to get to that. He's in The Batman. If you saw the Batman trailer, you might recognize him. We're going to talk about all the implications of that later. Titan Season 3 is cast D Larkin in the recurring role of Tim Drake. Now, if you remember the story of Tim Drake, the third Robin, right? It was Dick Grayson, then Jason Todd, then Tim Drake. Tim Drake was white. Tim Drake was a character who grew up in the same social class as Bruce Wayne, and that's kind of important for his character, right? He is that same kind of socialite status as Bruce Wayne. His parents, I believe, were like rich archaeologists or something, if I remember correctly. But that is kind of an important part of Tim Drake's story, where he came from. Well, all that is going to be changed because now it's a black person. You can't have a privileged black person, Warner Brothers, can you? So what do? You change the backstory. Take a look. Drake is described as a streetwise kid who's managed to grow up on the toughest streets without losing his indelible belief in heroism. The toughest streets, all right. His easygoing demeanor is backed up by a near-genius mind, a natural detective with the perception of detail far beyond his years. Fans of the Batman comics will recall that Drake served with Batman as the third Robin. They will also recall that he was white, not black. They will also recall that he didn't grow up fucking homeless or whatever this is saying. And I saw a really interesting tweet that was pretty funny, honestly. It really resounds well. Black Batwoman, she's homeless and tough from the streets. Black Tim Drake, he's streetwise and grew up on the toughest streets. I'm no detective, but ... It's exactly what they're doing. It's so ridiculous and so transparent what they are doing when they make these decisions. But at least Black Batwoman, right? At least Ryan Wilder is an original character that they created. I give them props for that. Tim Drake is white. Tim Drake is not black, but they are once again trying to race swap these characters. Lycurgo is next set to appear in a supporting role in Matt Reeves' upcoming feature, The Batman, though if he will be playing Drake in the film as well remains unclear. That is very interesting to me, and I did just want to point this out really quick. So this person replied, he's kind of wrong, he thinks the article's wrong, whatever, but he replies with this picture, right? Because this character that we saw from that trailer is D Larkin. He's going to be the one that's playing Tim Drake. And you can see it says he's set to feature a supporting role in the upcoming feature, though if he will be playing Drake in the film as well remains unclear. All right. But this is what he replied. So a lot of people are wondering who this was. Hey, I've been reading all your tweets. Appreciate the messages. The Batman fan base is the best. FYI, I am an actual part in the film, right? So he's saying he's not an extra. He's an actual part in the film. I don't think he's going to be Tim Drake, but I mean, hey, growing up in the tough streets, who knows? Maybe this was the inspiration when he saw Batman beat the fuck out of somebody. I don't think that will be the case, but it is kind of strange to cast a character as part of the Bat family when he's also appearing as a gang member in the Batman movie, which is, again, set somewhere else, not in line with everything that's going on, but it is a strange decision. I think it's probably more happenstance than anything else, but I guess we'll find out. If this is the case, not going to be a big fan of it, to be quite honest with you. And really, when you look at who's involved, right? Akiva Goldsman, Jeff Johns, and Greg Berlanti, is it any surprise that they have decided to make these terrible decisions casting-wise with Titans? Now, as far as Titans itself, I think it's a very mediocre show. I don't think it's terrible. I don't think it's garbage. I don't think it's very good. I think it's very meh. One of the big things in that first trailer when we saw Robin say, "Fuck Batman," and everybody freaked out. Listen, if you don't think that Dick Grayson at this period in time would say "fuck Batman," you don't know what you're talking about. Dick Grayson and Batman have a very antagonistic relationship at times, depending on what time period you're talking about, and there is a lot of bad blood between them at times. So the fact that he would say "fuck Batman," it's not a big deal. It's not something that turned me off from the show, but it is something that turned a lot of people off from the show immediately, as well as the Starfire casting. I don't think the show's great, but when you do things like this, and it is truly for like woke SJW virtue signal points, that is a problem. And you can see here that this is bounding in the comics from October. Rumor, Tim Drake will be black, not Asian, in Titans. Take a look at this report that they were citing from The Vulcan Reporter. A casting call discovered by Illuminati reveals that Warner Brothers was originally eyeing a Southeast Asian actor to play Robin. The character was described as blah, blah, blah. Based on what I have learned, this might not be the case. From what I understand, the production's now looking for African-American actors to portray the role. I've heard that a specific inspiration has been the Black Lives Matter movement, which has newfound momentum since Titans has been in hiatus. And look, it turns out to be true. Now we find out that it is true. They did indeed cast a black actor after what was reported as being inspired by the Black Lives Matter movement. And that to me is the real problem. That to me is a problem because you are trying to virtue signal. You are trying to win these woke points instead of finding the person that you should. Instead of staying true to the source material, you decide to do this. Not because this person's just the most qualified for the job, but because of the color of their skin. And that to me should be something that people are upset about regardless of your race. The fact that they are choosing people based on the color of their skin instead of being best for the job. That is not something that results in good shows, in good movies, in good entertainment. We know this. Over and over again, it has been proven. And just imagine if they did this to a character. Imagine if Luke Fox got race swapped into a white person. What would the crowds on Twitter say? They'd be fucking upset, wouldn't they? But no, it's okay. This will just get brushed under the rug. No one cares because, oh, it's just a white person getting blackwashed. No one gives a shit. Well, I'm going to continue speaking out about bullshit that I see like this every time I see it. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Do you think he's the right choice for Tim Drake? What do you think about Titans Season 3? Let me know. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone. And a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.